welcome to another session of Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. I am so sad to say this is our first session post-Julian Benavides. His retirement, glorious as it was, has left us in a new epoch. It's a little bit quieter here in Seattle, just a little bit less tuneful. But we will somehow soldier on. But good news, Phoenix is still here. So, probably someone will say, fuck you, GM, in like half a second. I appreciate you, Phoenix.
Fuck you, GM!
Nailed it! So, our various investigators have been summoned to the library. Unfortunately, it is not to look into a case just yet. Dr. Jensen was contacted by Jeremy on account of the fact that Matthias has been rather ill this spring.
Well, what seems to be the trouble?
It is, I've had a rather persistent... Sorry, I've had a rather persistent cough that I can't seem to quite shake. I have also found myself having some terrible struggles to breathe. I suspect it is how dry everything is. I suppose I shouldn't complain. We haven't seen this amount of blue sky in the spring for many years. But perhaps it is simply something blooming that has not bloomed here before.
I'd like to give him a physical examination to see what I can figure out.
Jeremy had also sent a runner over to let Sofie know. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Sofie would probably come bring soup to a sick Matthias.
Some soup with unnecessary cheese in it. I don't know. She probably thinks cheese heals all wounds.
Soup and grilled cheese.
All right.
You know what fixes congestion? Cheese.
Cheese. It'll be fine.
So Sofie is kind of puttering with Jeremy about the kitchen, getting the soup ready. Dr. Jensen, your examination of Matthias is pretty quick, pretty easy. He definitely has a lot of buildup of congestion in his lungs. He seems like he is struggling to breathe a little bit, but it seems mostly, again, due to kind of, for lack of a medical term, gunk that is getting built up.
I'll give him... I'll prescribe him some cocoa wine if he needs it to help ease his ills if he's feeling uncomfortable.
Could I get a medicine test from you?
Absolutely. So that would be precision. 4 for precision, 5 for medicine.
Now, it is important, dear listener, to always note medicine in Vossen is not a logic skill. Medicine is a precision skill. Because 1800s medicine was more about how steady your hand is than what you knew.
At least it's not an empathy skill.
That's true. That's true.
I wouldn't be a doctor if it were.
Bill, roll bedside manner.
Do I get a pity die on that one, or...
Not even.
Phone a friend.
He can't, his friend retired.
Well, on 9 dice, that is 1 success.
All right. As Sofie arrives armed with soup, you are just finishing up a few recommendations for him, including some heated water with some various salts in it that should produce a steam that'll help loosen some things up. a few different stretches and procedures he might try to help kind of clear his airways. And he graciously takes the bowl of hot soup.
Thank you, Sophie. Oh, I'm so sorry to have you both fussing over me. And on today of all days, we have someone who should be arriving very shortly.
Oh, who are we expecting?
And you hear a little bit of bustling from the front of the library. Matthias looks to the two of you.
Well, it has taken a little bit of time, but we have successfully established better relations with the Rose House in England. This other branch of the society is, they are looking more favorably upon us after Hamish Mackenzie's report. And they have dispatched one of their own to us.
So soon?
Well, it's been several months now.
Do you mean, is he to replace Julian?
Julian is, of course, irreplaceable. But, that said, I do think it would be beneficial to have him get some experience in the field with you.
I don't know that Dr. Jensen and I really need anyone else. I mean,
Yes, we're capable individuals.
It is...
Do we really need an outsider from England?
Matthias rests a hand on Dr. Jensen's arm.
It is not that you need him. It is that I am hoping you will show him the quality of our measure.
well, I'm sure we can make a good impression.
These people in the Rose House are an old institution. Not older than the society back in Sweden and Norway, but still quite old. Established. I believe that this individual will be here for an extended stay. And I would like to have him take part in some of the work that we do. I would entrust the two of you with representing the library.
If you think that this will benefit the library and the work that we do, I suppose I will not object.
We'll make sure to represent the library proudly and honorably.
Excellent, excellent. That is very good.
He'll never replace Julian. I just have to make that clear.
Well, of course not. But that is good that you are willing to include him in your confidences. Because I, in fact, need to ask another favor of you. I, unfortunately, was supposed to take an important meeting today. But I am afraid that I am not quite well. I am going to need you to, after you've made your introductions, head to Henry Yesler's mansion.
I beg your pardon, Matthias. Are you sure you want me to attend this meeting?
Mr. Yesler asks specifically for possible intervention from the library. I would wish we could send Julian. He always seemed to have a way of schmoozing with the rich, but...
Indeed.
I am confident that the three of you will be able to represent us, while I cannot, and I am still recovering.
Perhaps this new gentleman will be able to schmooze where Dr. Jensen and I are perhaps not quite as good at it.
We shall see.
Dr. Jensen grunts.
It's sounding like there's a bit of commotion downstairs. I think he may have arrived.
Oh, well, let's go introduce ourselves.
Because I don't know why I have to do this, but I just have to. Sophie puts her hand, like, she's normally wearing either, her skirts, and she's got obviously her pockets and like a jacket with pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And she puts her hand in her pocket, and you can see her kind of messing with something. And if, Matthias or Lucius or whoever was to watch her for a second, she would take just a little piece of undone knitting, just a little piece, like a couple inches square, with the ends tied off, and she kind of rubs it between her hands, and it's a piece of the sweater that she and the girls made for Julian.
No.
And it's just in her pocket all the time. And she's not like actively super emotional about it, but she's gotten to, over the past few months since he's been gone, like whenever she is like, oh, I need to tell Julian about this, she'll just kind of rub it for a second and then put it back. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the two of you bustle downstairs just as a carriage is departing. Phoenix, I believe it has dropped off someone who has traveled quite a far way.
I wasn't expecting to jump in quite so quickly, but yes. Yeah, so you all come down and you see before you a mountain of a man. Very broad through the shoulders, massive barrel chest, middle-aged, looks to be in his mid-50s. Skin is kind of darkish, but it's kind of impossible to determine any sort of an ethnic origin. Just looks like a mishmash of just about everything. Big dude, this is a man who does not look like he works out in a gym so much as a rhinoceros or a mammoth that isn't moving unless it decides to. Couple other things would strike you as you first lay eyes on him. You would notice his posture is impeccable. It is rigid. It is exact. It is as if he has chosen where every single inch of him belongs. He's wearing a very crisp, bright white shirt with a tall wing collar. Dark gray silk cravat is tied in a neat 4-in-hand knot. Over that, he is wearing a charcoal waistcoat with a very subtle brocade pattern to it. And on top of that, he is wearing a black wool frock coat. Every piece is immaculately tailored to his shape. You would also see that as he enters, he is holding a very well-worn, thick black wooden cane in his gloved hands. And he is holding it, he is not leaning on it. But as he makes his way in, his eyes sweep over everything and meets your eyes. Kind of nod my head. Weatherby.
Hello, my name is Dr. Lucius Jensen, and he'll extend out a hand. Nice to meet you, Weatherby, you said.
I did. And I take your hand and nod. Doctor.
Lucius will, I guess, go. This is Sofie Ingesdotter, our, well, I would say head librarian, but I feel like she would object to that title. With our chief investigator here at the library.
Welcome, Mr. Weatherby. It's good to have you here.
Just Weatherby.
We look forward to showing you our operation.
Thank you, Miss Ingesdotter.
A head kind of pokes up from behind Sophie's shoulder, and Jeremy kind of squeaks a little bit. Oh, hello, you're our new guest, right?
Look over at him. Don't speak, just nod.
Do you have any bags that you need moved or stored, or?
Yes, there is a steamer trunk here at the door.
Oh, of course. Happy to get that for you right away.
I can probably take care of it, but thank you.
Of course. Do you need me to get your coat?
No.
Oh, Jeremy, let's not. I'm sure his coat would be happier with him. this time, maybe.
Okay, fair enough.
When Jeremy leaves, she'll just sort of lean it. She's not being like funny. She's just being completely deadpan to Weatherby and be like, I wouldn't let him take your coat. You may never see it again. Why do I have like a mild British accent suddenly? What is that? Why is that?
Because someone has arrived from the British Isles and brought it with them.
Exactly.
Let's say you're putting on airs.
Or something. I don't know what's happening. Sophie hasn't put on airs since she was 19 and she got paid for it.
Whoa now.
I will say, out of character, I did consider the possibility of trying to go for an English accent and rapidly abandoned it.
Listen, I subject you all to my bad French accent and will again.
Yet another reason I am not doing that.
So, Jeremy is excited, even if he's not able to take your coat, to give you a quick tour.
I do look at Jeremy as he is attempting to help me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would be pretty obvious to Dr. Jensen and Sophie, there is some judgment happening behind my eyes as I am watching not a great display of competence, but just kind of take note and don't comment on it.
Listen, competence, schmompetence, okay? That's not Sophie, that's Aaron, obviously.
We know. You are led through the library and its various winding halls, traveling through the kitchens, the various sitting rooms and parlors, the dining rooms, finally ending in the library itself. The massive room has no outdoor lighting. It has wall-to-wall bookshelves, as well as a number of books that are scattered on small tables, and there is a rotating candelabra at the top of the room that is able to reflect light to all manner of various corners and areas. As Weatherby steps into the room, you hear a squeak from the wheelchair of Agda as she begins to make her way over towards him. Eh? Oh, you're a big one.
Weatherby, let us introduce you to Lady Agda. She is the head matron of the library here in Seattle.
Matron, am I?
No. Good evening, Mum. I trust you are well.
As well as can be. Are you going to be staying here for an extended time?
Rose House felt the library could use another pair of hands. I go where I am needed.
Very well. They'll tell you, but let me tell you first. If there's any books that you need from our library, you only need to ask.
And then she won't give them to you.
I can track them down for you. However, don't go reshelving them. I know where everything goes in this place.
As you say, Miss Agda. And I give her a little bow.
Well, you're certainly polite. Maybe too polite.
Sophie walks over. Thorn is looking expectantly at Sophie because...
Always, yes. And then there's the bump, 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 bump from his tail.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, here comes my cheese.
Which 3 pockets are the cheese coming from today?
She's had to learn to change her pockets because he'll just go right. So she just kind of absentmindedly gives Thorn a piece of cheese, and she kind of looks like cocks her head at Weatherby. You do like dogs and cats, right?
Quite so.
Oh, that is fantastic. Good to hear. As you see, we have Thorn here, and we have there's someone else around here, too, if he would just...
And Yortz just pokes his head out of your pocket.
Oh, there he is.
So, what was your name again, very large man?
Pardon me, Mum. Weatherby.
Ah, yes, Weatherby. What specifically brings you to our library?
As I mentioned, Roa's house felt the library could use my services. And, as I said, I go where I am needed.
Yeah. All right. Well, as I said, if there are books that you need for anything, you just ask old Agda.
I give her another bow, and if there is anything I may assist you with, Lady Agda, please don't hesitate to call upon me.
Well, let me see your arm real quick.
I immediately hold out my arm.
Oh, good muscle tone on this. Yes. Just curious if I could ask you to carry me around in an emergency.
I shall attend to it.
Ah, yes, excellent. You know, you remind me of someone. I wish I could remember the name. A Scotsman who was here once. Probably no one important.
Weatherby has definitely heard that Hamish Mackenzie was set out here to basically, like, suss out, is the library on the level? You also know Hamish was sent out with a secondary goal, which was to determine whether or not the library stole a bunch of books from the society before fleeing. And he concluded that they had no interaction with the events that led to the Oulu massacre, which basically destroyed the society in Sweden.
Okay. Yes, I believe you're referring to my colleague, Mr. Mackenzie. Hamish, he may have introduced himself.
No, that doesn't sound right. I would remember a name.
Quite so.
What was yours again?
Weatherby, ma'am.
Ah, yes, Weatherby.
So, a conversation with Agda later, where you only have to introduce yourself 3 more times. And Dr. Jensen has to introduce himself once. You kind of get your lay of the library. You meet the eccentric but enthusiastic gardener, Morrison Cisco.
You're not going to give us a quote from Morrison Cisco, Brian?
Oh la la, look at this.
Yes. Thank you.
We're growing some curly parsley. Oh la la.
You wander the grounds. You kind of take in this place, which is certainly quite different from home. But there are little bits and pieces, little moments that do remind you of the Rose House. Things that don't quite feel the same, but feel like an echo of home. And after your tour and a chance to get your bag settled and your steamer trunk kind of tucked away in some of the rooms, it is time for your meeting.
I go to where I am to be meetinged.
The 3 of you are able to easily obtain a carriage that will run you into Seattle. The Yesler Mansion is a beautiful, sprawling piece of architecture. Now, tragically, here in real-world Seattle, the Yesler Mansion was actually recently torn down, despite efforts to preserve it. But there are a lot of pictures of the place, and it is this gorgeous Baroque building. Technically, in 1889, when our game is taking place, Henry Yesler had passed away, but this is a work of historical fiction, so he's still in his prime.
Uh-huh.
After arriving at Yesler's mansion, you are greeted by a couple of servants who will take you upstairs to Henry's office. He is reading through a paper, and Henry Yesler is a force. He is one of the people who made Seattle fundamentally what it is. Not always through legitimate means. He is shady as hell. He is the kind of person who you can never quite pin down on a deal. He would host a lottery for ownership of his sawmill, selling tickets up and down the city, and then, wouldn't you know it, his family member won the lottery.
Oh, imagine that.
What are the odds? He is a person dressed in fine clothes. He has a thick, bushy, very well sculpted gray beard. His face is lined with deep wrinkles, and he has a cane resting on the edge of his desk, but his eyes are still very sharp. And when he speaks with the authority of someone who believes he still runs this town. And he more or less might.
I was hoping to speak to Matthias, but you're his representatives from that organization in Ballard, is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Dr. Jensen, not Julius Jensen, anyway.
Oh god, she's spiraling.
Names Bond is having a stroke. Anyway, Sofie and Dr. Jensen drew straws in the carriage. Didn't say a word. Weatherby has no idea what's going on, but the two of them just drew straws to see who would have to talk to Yesler, like who would be the person who would need to speak. And yeah, Dr. J drew the short straw.
Love it.
Seems fair given my empathy.
So Sophie, he says something, and Sophie just kind of smiles and then looks at Dr. J.
All right, Bill, what do you say?
Yes, Mr. Yesler. We are the representatives from the library. Matthias sends his regards. He is not feeling well and was unable to make the journey.
Yeah, understood. Well, capital. Glad you're here. Can I get you cigars, brandy, whiskey?
Yes.
Now 3 then.
And he pours 4 glasses of whiskey. He snips the tip off the cigar and pushes a box of them towards you, and lights one up himself.
Lucius will absolutely take a whiskey and a cigar.
Sophie will motion towards the brandy. If you would be so kind.
And Weatherby?
I am. Thank you. Very kind. And I don't actually pick anything up.
Interesting. He pours a little bit of brandy for Sophie. And everything that he has in here is top quality. You get the sense that he is not skimping in the least bit on things for him or things for his friends.
Now, a little bit of a problem. We've had a small issue with one of our logging sites. Now, several weeks ago, we sent out a group of loggers to a new redwood site that had been scouted out. Sent out a number of seasoned lumberjacks, and I've got a new engineer I was testing out. Now, got a little bit of a problem. There was a area for them to do some work, but fortunately where the really good timber was,
a homesteader actually had already set up a claim there. So our engineer was to go and get the logging rights to the property. Should be not a big deal. However, they were gone for an extended period of time. A few more weeks than I would have expected before we heard anything. Honestly, far longer than they should need, even if it was an unsuccessful negotiation. Then, one of them came back. He went by the name Skookum Steve. Man was apparently raving about monsters in the woods around the camp. My men brought him in, but they weren't able to get any kind of straight answer out of him. He said something was hunting him in the woods. Now, this is obviously ridiculous. Monsters. Hokum. Nonsense. Now, if the man said he was describing something serious, like being haunted by ghosts or shades, that would be one thing, but monsters? Nonsense. Simply ridiculous. Man probably saw a bear with mange.
It's always a bear.
I know. Takes a long puff on that cigar. Well, I wasn't able to get any details out of him. So I sent another group of men, including one of my best, pulled him out of retirement, to try and go and investigate the site. Well, I was very certain that Marcelino would get it done. However, I haven't heard back from him either.
That doesn't sound good.
So, now I'm at a bit of an impasse. I've sent out men, I've sent out more men, and nothing. Now, I thought Marcelino would be made out of sterner stuff. But if he didn't come back, well, now I need someone to look into something unusual.
That does sound rather like our department, sir.
So, if I'm understanding you, Mr. Yesler, you're wanting us to go and find your missing men?
Well, if you can get the deal sealed while you're at it, that would be great. But getting our men back and figuring out what happened to them and getting them back to work is the important part.
I see. And you said the one individual came back I think you said Skookum Steve?
Skookum Steve, yes.
Where is he currently?
Well, that's the thing. And as he's talking, the door opens up, and two people come in. One is an older woman, her hair having mostly gone gray, in a very nice, elegant dress, and is carrying the latest edition of the Seattle Post-Intelligencer. The other woman is much younger, carrying a platter with some additional drinks and liqueurs, and her hand lightly resting on the older woman's back. Yesler looks up. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Susan. Can we offer you some tea cakes?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Shame you're missing out.
Thank you, most welcome. And based on your description, am I gathering that the younger might be blind?
Make a observation roll for me.
While he's doing that, Sophie will take one of the salmon sandwiches and pretend to eat it and then put it in her pocket for yours.
First roll of the new character, and that is 1 success on 5 dice.
Okay. Weatherby kind of watches for a moment and very quickly gauges from her movements that she's not blind. That hand resting on the lower back is a hand that is there affectionately. In a, let us say, not sisterly way.
Interesting. Okay. I'm sure Sophie clocks this. Sophie's always on the lookout for women's health in literally any situation, so.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if she's seeing people in the rich guy's house, she's going to be like, is he treating them okay? Are they under duress? Is everything fine? Are they getting paid well enough? Do they have benefit?
Interestingly, after her fingers linger a little bit longer on Sarah's bustle, Susan leans over and kisses the top of Henry's head, which he huffs loudly at.
All right.
Yeah, Weatherby is having a similar reaction. There is again quiet judgment.
Mm-hmm. This is not the way a proper British household should be organized.
Quite right.
Dr. Jensen misses all of this.
Yeah, Dr. Jensen is just like,
Cigars, whiskey, this is the best case we've ever been on.
This is a good cigar.
Sophie's also passing judgment, but it's actually raised him slightly in her esteem.
Yeah, I was going to say, her judgment actually was like, ooh, okay.
Okay,
Points.
all right.
Couple of points.
Yeah, a couple of points.
After the two ladies depart, Yesler takes a moment to brush a few cake crumbs out of his beard, having eaten some of those sweet cakes. So, we were talking about Steve. Well, it's actually funny Sarah was here. She was the one who suggested this. This Skookum Steve only seems at peace in the dark and surrounded by stone. So he is currently set up in our basement. Most of the residences here in Seattle don't exactly have stone cellars.
Is he lucid? Are we able to speak with him?
Yes. He's, jittery, let's say, but you can certainly speak with him.
I think that might be best to better understand what is happening at this new logging site.
Indeed.
I open the door out of our room and stand there waiting.
Yesler gives you a kind of nod like, thank you. Clearly expecting that you should be doing this, and this is the right way to tackle things. Yesler walks with the aid of a cane, taking you through this gigantic, sprawling mansion that he's built, and eventually leading you down to a door that goes into the root cellar. He gets a lantern off the wall, opens it up, and slowly leads you down into the dark. Set up in the far corner of this cellar is some bedding, a chair, and a small table. He holds up the light, and you see the terrified face of a large lumberjack. He's wild-eyed and looks terrified at the moment, and backs up against the stone wall. Who are... What are you doing here? What's going on?
Lucius will first look to Mr. Yesler to see if he reacts. And if not, he'll, I guess, take a step forward to see if he can calm Steve.
I would join you as you do that.
Yeah, Yesler seems unsurprised.
Okay, so then Lucius with, I guess, Weatherby kind of moving a little bit forward. Lucius will extend just kind of an open hand. Calm yourself. Steve, I believe your name? Yeah?
Yeah. My name's Skookum Steve.
Okay.
I'm a lumberjack.
I am Dr. Lucius Jensen. This is my associate Weatherby. Mr. Yesler brought us here to come speak with you. Are you able to speak with us?
Yeah. I could talk to you. Yeah. What do you want to know?
Brian, are there any chairs, stools, anything?
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah. There's a number of chairs and stools around. It's very easy for, this is actually surprisingly. It looks like Yesler has tried to make this area comfortable. despite the strange circumstances around it.
Okay.
This is still a cellar, but he has done everything he can with a very nice feather mattress, a bunch of chairs, a writing desk, some stools. Like, he's tried to make this man, given that he is his employee, tried to make him as comfortable as he can.
So Lucius will go grab chair stools, get everyone to kind of sit down.
As you move towards them, I move faster than you and get these stools and chairs for everyone, specifically waiting for Sofie to sit. I notably do not take one for myself.
Yes, thank you, Weatherby.
I nod at you.
Sofie will, she purses her lips for a second, and then she just takes a breath and sits down graciously.
I give you a little nod as well, Miss Ingus daughter.
Steve, Mr. Yesler tells us that you went out to conduct some business for him to secure logging rights on a plot of land.
That wasn't my job. But I think the engineer was doing that.
Right, of course. But
we were there to just cut down some trees like normal.
Right.
Wasn't normal though. Wasn't normal at all.
What was so if you could, please tell us what happened. Tell us what wasn't normal about this.
It started with Big Jacques. We found him dead. His head had been smashed open like a rotted apple.
Lucius will raise a hand real quick. He'll turn to Mr. Yesler. This Jacques, who is he?
Another lumberjack that we sent out. Roughly the size and shape of your Weatherby friend there.
My apologies, Steve. Please continue.
We worried that maybe he got crushed by a tree branch. But some people said that they saw something. Something that attacked Big Jacques in the woods. And then that's when we began to hear it. Things in the night. Something moving. Prowling around the bunkhouse. We were worried it was a bear. And the sound started. The sound of trees slamming into each other deep in the woods. A roar. Or a scream. A sound that couldn't have come from the throat of a bear or a man. Everybody started to feel afraid all the time. It always felt like you were being watched. Something in the woods staring at you, but you couldn't see it back. Two more lumberjacks disappeared. And maybe they abandoned camp, or maybe something in the woods got them. I don't know. They were gone. Everybody stopped going anywhere alone. Everybody was scared. Everybody was on edge, so we knew we had to do something. Had to do something. So we drew straws, and I got the small one. So I was going to ride our workhorse back to Seattle. Tell people what was going on, what was happening. Something came out of the woods. I got the horse. I couldn't see it. I don't know what it was. But it pulled the horse into the underbrush. So I ran screaming. I don't know how long I was running for. And Yesler kind of leans in.
My servants have told me when we brought him in, he was coughing up blood.
That's concerning. Brian, could I examine him to see if there's anything medically wrong with him?
As you start to reach for him, he's sitting on this bed, kind of pressed up against the stone wall. You see his legs start to twitch and tremble, as if he's planning on running right now. You get another step closer, and he just collapses against the wall and begins to quietly wail. Can I get a fear test from everybody?
Ooh.
Seeing him have a complete breakdown like this. This will be either a logic or an empathy test, and you will gain a +3 bonus on the roll.
Brian, would my loyal talent apply here?
Well, let me answer that by looking up what the loyal talent does.
When I know what the hell that is.
+2 to fear checks in the presence of someone I'm sworn to protect.
Have you sworn to protect any of these people yet?
Probably not at this point.
Yes, I don't think quite yet, but
That's fair.
I think once you guys get on the road together.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, I am compelled to ask, am I suffering from any nightmares in this role?
Ooh, yes.
I am.
So, Bill.
You are now.
You are now.
Good reminding me. The sound of that wailing, piercing scream is one that cuts Dr. Jensen to the quick. Because that's the kind of wailing that he's heard in his terrible nightmares.
Okay.
So take a -1 die on this fear check. This is my once per session messing with you because you have that mental scar.
I feel like I'm just kicking myself in the shin here. I believe it's a -2 according to my sheet.
Ooh.
In that case, use a -2. The important part, Bill, you reminded me now, so I won't be able to use it on another occasion.
Fair. So let's see.
Weatherby got 1 success on 7 dice.
All right, that's all you need.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I got 5 1s,
Fantastic. That doesn't help.
3 4s,
I only care about successes.
1 5, and 1 6.
Hey, that's 1 success.
That was 9 dice. I got 1 success. 5 1s.
Well, 7 dice, 2 successes.
All right. You all manage to, with the aid of having allies close at hand, kind of steel yourselves. You've dealt with people having breakdowns before, but this is so visceral. You think that Skookum Steve here might be a person on the edge of developing the sight due to this trauma.
Oh no. Poor guy. That's better than the shovel face guy. His went even better than this. What was his name?
Are you talking about Hammerhead Doug?
Oh,
Hammer Doug,
Hammerhead
yep.
Doug. That's what it was.
It's Hammer Doug.
Wow, look at you, Bill.
Well, it may take me a long time to start remembering, but then it's in there, and I can't get rid of it now.
So, as this is all happening too, I'm just going to turn to, actually, so it's just Yesler down here with us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to ask him to get tea.
I swear to God, if you ask Sophie, you're going to get punched.
Why would I do that? But what I will do then is, just as we can see this man is having a very, very rough time, I'm just going to approach him very slowly, hands out. Take your time. We're not going anywhere. You did the right thing getting out. You're doing the right thing in telling us about it. And for this man who has been very standoffish and very aloof, there is actually a level of tenderness you weren't expecting here.
Phoenix, give me an inspiration test.
Okay. That is 1 success on 6 dice.
He begins to kind of shake and make a drawn-out, racking sound that you realize is a sob. But as Weatherby kind of gently speaks to him, he quiets a little bit, and he slowly kind of sinks down onto that bed, just pressed tightly to the stone wall. You've managed to calm him down, but you don't think you're going to be able to get any more information out of him.
And give him a squeeze on the shoulder and just say, it's going to be all right. We will see to it. I'm also going to turn and ask Mr. Yesler, where might I find the kitchen? I would like to bring this man a cup of tea if that's quite all right.
We can have one sent down to him. You don't need to go about putting that together. We'll take care of it.
Sophie will hold her hand up because she was waiting for him to ask her because she's the woman.
Mm-hmm.
And then he didn't. And he's like, I'm going to go do it. And she's like, well, shit. She gets up and she's like, you seem to have developed a bit of rapport with him. I'm happy to go and I can speak to, what was her name? Sarah?
Sarah is the wife of Henry Yesler, and Susan is Sarah's very close friend.
Companion person.
Menage a friend.
Buddy, just pals, gal pal. She's her gal pal, just like Mira's my gal pal. I don't see anything weird in this.
Susan is also Henry's pal.
And,
the whole friendship that happens.
It's fine. Listen, they're living the polycule dream. It's fine.
It's a wonderful relationship, how roommates can be friends.
Yeah, she won't like force it, but if, she'll stand up and say that she'll go get some tea for him.
I hate to inconvenience you, Miss Ingisdotter.
No, you've shown that you're able to speak with him and show him kindness. I appreciate that. So I'm happy to help.
I give you a little bow.
So Sophie's actually going up and going to go get some tea.
Mm-hmm.
So Lucius, seeing Sophie go do that, will whiskey for me. Thank you.
To Sophie?
Yes, just to piss you off.
She just looks at him for a second and she puts her hand in the pocket where the shotgun is. And then she walks out.
That's the Sophie I expect.
That's exactly what I expected.
Just look between the two of you.
So, Sophie is quickly able to get some things put together and bring some water and some tea down for this beleaguered man.
She specifically brings a whiskey glass full of water for Dr. Jensen.
Savage.
He will
He's gotta hydrate.
He will drink it without a second glance. He's actually he's surprised it's not arsenic at this point.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. It would just be something less deadly than that. Something more uncomfortable than deadly.
He was actually honestly expecting you to go outside, fill a teacup full of gutter water, and then bring it back in with leaves and crap in it.
Okay, she's not hateful.
Hey, she said she wasn't bringing you tea.
Well, I am going to take the teacup from you and just gently hand it over to Steve. Getting his hands on a warm cup is the first step.
Yesler kind of interjects.
I believe he will need some time. He
gets like this when he thinks about whatever he encountered. He seems to do best in the dark. Come, let's give him some time, and he will come back to himself.
You did the right thing, Steve. Would you like me to sit with you?
He doesn't respond.
Let's give him a squeeze on the shoulder.
Yesler leads you all out, back up to the office. Now, I want you to be prepared for anything that might happen. I am, of course, willing to at least partially finance your group to see to it that you have what you are requiring. And with that, let us briefly pause our recording, which, listener, for you will be only seconds. But Lord, it's going to be a while here as we figure out equipment.
It's gonna be a minute. We gotta go shopping.
It's shopping time?
It's shopping time.
Welcome back, dear listener. That actually worked pretty smoothly for us, which is saying something. That was only like a quarter of an eternity this time. However, we are now well shopped, well purchased, and just about ready to set off into the dark and spooky woods. But before we do, we've got some important information for you. Phoenix. I almost just said Julian, what is your advantage? But that is the wrong character. I do get a few of those while I'm getting used to your new persona. What is Weatherby's advantage for this mystery going to be?
Weatherby's advantage is I have some experience in this matter.
Excellent. Excellent. And Bill, what is Dr. Jensen's advantage going to be?
Dr. Jensen's still kind of feeling a little bit wistful in losing a good friend to retirement, and now we have a new compatriot who is, I'm sure we're looking forward to learning more about. But Lucius is still kind of dwelling on the past, so... But got to keep moving forward, keep a stiff upper lip and all that, as our friend might say. So Lucius's advantage is, and the show must go on. He's going to try and keep Julian in close to his heart, mostly for those empathy roles that might be coming up here soon, because Lord knows I'm not going to be able to roll them well.
But it's funny every time you try.
Well, to you, yes.
Yeah, it's hilarious to me. And Aaron, what is Sophie's advantage going to be?
Sophie's advantage is in her own skin. Some things have changed physically with her recently, and she's just getting used to her new, not abilities, but just her new
state of being?
Yeah, her new state of being, yeah.
Excellent. All right, we have a few last items to go through. Because you have a garden at the library, you also get to choose whether you're going to bring a dose of strong poison or 3 doses of weak poison. Do you have any preference on those?
I would lean towards strong poison, but that's because I already have some.
You bring it along most mysteries, and you've barely poisoned anyone.
I think that's fine, because I think Sophie would prefer to avoid having poison on her person, given that she makes food a lot.
Oh no, which of these was my poison pocket?
Yeah, exactly.
What if we went with the weaker poison, so that in the event that we're not actually trying to harm somebody, but more just...
Incapacitate?
Yeah, just make someone a little queasy.
Huh?
That's fair.
Because we get more doses of that, right?
Mm-hmm. You get 3 doses of weak poison or 1 dose of strong.
Yeah, it's definitely not something Weatherby is going to be taking, but as a game mechanic, maybe we want some of that. Because, Bill, you said you have the stronger stuff already, correct?
Correct.
So we'll just give Bill all the poison. The weak and the strong.
Excellent.
You can be the poison man.
Oh boy, which jar was which now?
All right, and next, one of the PCs will gain an advantage for this mystery called Unwavering Calm, thanks to having, I believe, a carp pond.
Oh. I feel like Weatherby already has Unwavering Calm.
That does sound very Weatherby. It doesn't have to go to me, but that does sound very Weatherby.
It does. I don't think Sofie has ever... I mean, I don't know. Sophie's pretty calm until she gets angry, and then she's angry, and then she's calm again. But
Yeah, I was about to say, so Sophie's never calm.
sometimes she's calm right now. Just wait.
I'll go ahead and ask. May Weatherby take that one.
That seems to make sense to me.
That's fine with me.
And last but not least, you get to bring along an item of power on account of your occult workshop.
Oh, and we don't have to do the Bible since Juliet's not here.
You don't have to do the Bible.
Not the Bible was very
I
good.
mean, it's
for
still a
Juliet.
really good item, is the thing.
It was a really good item, but
Well, the funniest part
oh
is,
shit, you can probably still use the Bible, couldn't you? God
I was
damn
just
it.
about to say,
No.
if Weatherby has a lot of inspiration, the Bible might be very beneficial for him.
It does not have to be me.
Do we have any other items of power?
What other items of power do we have?
So if you look in our Discord, we've got options like a fairy cross, silver bullets, a Bible, holy water, troll cross, scythe, or elf mill.
So let's see. Trollcraft. Trollcraft is just a generic word for essentially magic in this
Curses.
world.
Yep.
Curses, okay.
There are basically 3 types of magic that can be used by Vossen: enchantments, trollcraft, and curses. Enchantments are kind of global things that tend to change the environment, so like that thunderstorm that parked itself over Vashon Island last mystery, or the time the troll caused all of the food to spoil and the drinks to fill with frogs.
Mm-hmm.
Curses are a directly aimed kind of thing, and trollcraft is weird, esoteric magic. Like the time that one of Sophie's legs got turned into a cat leg, or Julian got shrunken down to tiny size.
Well, so do we have any idea going into a forest? Are we more likely to encounter trolls, fairies?
Yeah,
Don't know.
I wanted to ask. So Steve, he was talking about there were screams and
Inhuman noises out in the woods.
yeah, he said heard noises, cracking, roars, or screams. So I mean, Aaron thought like wood trolls or something, you know, like they're cutting down.
That almost sounds like maybe something you want to research in the library.
Yes, can we do that before
You
we...
can. Feel free to make a learning roll, and because of the quality of the library, you add +3 to that. And if your allies are helping you, that will be +2 more.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know.
Guys, that's a lot of dice.
It's a lot of dice.
That's a lot of dice. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. These dice are getting retired. They've rolled ones twice in a row. So that was 4. 2 successes. That's 12.
And 2 will be enough.
Okay, good, because I didn't get any more. On 15 dice, I got 2 successes.
So 2 is enough. You learn there are a lot of Vossen who lurk in the woods. There are a number of different types of creatures who lurk in forests, both Scandinavian Vossen, like the Woodwife, or different types of trolls, as well as creatures from lumberjack stories called fearsome critters. There are a host of things, from the squonk to the splinter cat to the catawampus. So you unfortunately are not easily able to narrow down what this might be, but Sofie has gotten enough information that she'll gain an additional advantage for this mystery, called Monsters of the Forests.
Oh, great.
All right, so any thoughts on what you might like to bring along as an item of power?
The Bible, by the way, since that is adding inspiration, and by inspiration it means truly the inspiration, not inspiration plus empathy, correct?
That is correct. Just the inspiration value.
Yeah, so that would only be a +2 for me, so it's not the giant boon like it was for Julian.
Okay.
Still good. I mean, +2 for anybody on a fear test is nice, or however much.
True.
So yeah, if you're looking for like a generically good item, the fairy cross, the Bible. If you're looking for something that might turn out to be very useful in a clutch circumstance, the silver bullets or the holy water, you can pretty reliably say the scythe is not going to be needed here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a chance the elf mill or the troll cross, but you're not certain on those.
I would like to posit the holy water that Julian got from Father What's-It, who wasn't really a priest.
Father Seiji on Vashon Island.
Yes, that guy. That's what I said, Hannah. Dr. Seiji on Vashon Island.
You said doctor.
Father Seiji on Vashon Island. God damn it.
I mean, if we're worried about undead, I can certainly hold on to it.
I mean, I don't know. Undead? That doesn't really seem like what's happening here, though, does it?
I mean, I would lean towards the fairy cross just
Yeah.
for general purposes.
I think you're right. So who will have the fairy cross?
I would vote Sophie to have it, since Sophie is usually the one that helps us identify the
That was my thought as well.
Vossen, and so we want to make sure that she's not being affected by them, so that she can help us identify what we are going against so that we can better deal with the creature.
Okay. Thanks.
Perfect. All right, so you are ready to head out. It's shocking how quickly the city of Seattle fades away as you travel into the woods. After 10 minutes, the sounds of people seem to completely disappear, and the vast forest seems to swallow you up. The sounds, sights, and smells of nature soon replace those of the town, and you feel like you've entered a different world. Huge trees reach up towards the sky. Green mosses hang down from their branches, and animals watch you as you slowly walk. Red squirrels chatter to one another, awake much earlier in the year than usual. Ravens and crows flap overhead, hopping from branch to branch and engaging in raucous conversations. Every now and then, you'll pass an area of clear-cut stumps, where ancient trees have been consumed for Seattle's growing needs. Yet the forest seems endless, as though it would take centuries to clear away all of these vast trees. As you finally draw near the logging camp, you feel as though you've entered somewhere altogether darker. While the trees before were tall, they're dwarfed by these truly massive trees. If Weatherby, Dr. Jensen, and Sophie were all to join hands, they wouldn't be able to reach the entire way around some of these trunks. You occasionally hear the cry of a bird or an animal, but it seems to be so far removed now. A pair of golden fox eyes reflect a stray ray of sunshine at you before the creature disappears back into the brush. Everything here is still and quiet, like a graveyard at dusk. You continue to follow the trail to the lumber camp, now little more than a mossy footpath. It finally opens into a large clearing. Several rough log houses have been set up, alongside a large conical pile of logs. Smoke pours from this structure before drifting up high into the trees. A man stands with his bare back to you, his attention focused on a small steel mirror nailed to a post as he uses a hand razor to shave the lather off of his face.
Didn't Steve tell us that everyone had sent him to get help? Like, isn't everyone kind of feel that they're in danger here? This seems pretty casual.
So Lucius will, observing the gentleman shaving, will wait till he finishes one of his strokes.
One of his cheeks.
Well, not just whatever swipe he's on. He'll wait till he is done with the swipe before he will. Hello there.
He starts in surprise.
Which is why you wait till they finish the swipe before you interrupt them.
You're ruining all my fun here, Bill.
I used to shave with a straight razor. I know what you do with them.
So thoughtful, just like Dr. Jensen.
The long-haired lumberjack turns around and stares at you in shock. There's a long pause, and then the razor slips from his hand and drops to the ground, and he takes off running, yelling, "There's people here!" But we'll find out who he's going to get next time.
What?
Well, that can't be good.
Brian?
Yup.
We didn't. No.
All right. Thank you so much for listening, and I cannot wait to find out what's going on in this lumber camp next time.
Curses!
That's always how I feel like I'm doing a good job, is if Aaron is yelling at me at the end of the session.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, we better hope it's not curses. We took the protection against trollcraft.
I know.
Son of a bitch.
As a GM, I'm naturally immune to curses.
That must be true.
Night, everybody!
Good night.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. Our theme song is Myths and Legends by Robert Bruckmeyer and is playing right now. Our episode music is from the incredible Andreas Lundstrom's RPG soundtracks, and you can hear more of his work on the Sweden Rolls podcast. Our editor is Hannah Cheney. If you've enjoyed the show, it would mean the world to all of us if you could share it with a friend. Or an acquaintance, a stranger, even an enemy. We're not super picky. However, it is the single best way to help us get new listeners and continue to grow. If you've really enjoyed the show and you want to let the world know just how much, we're launching a storefront where you can buy some cool gear and a Patreon. You'll find the links in our show notes. We'll be looking forward to sharing more stories of the Vossen in the Pacific Northwest. But until then, remember the motto of the library. Fear gives way to knowledge. Knowledge gives way to wisdom. And wisdom gives way to the truth. Until next time. And with that, let us briefly pause our recording, which, listener, for you will be only seconds. But Lord, it's going to be a while here as we figure out equipment.
It's gonna be a minute. We gotta go shopping.
Yeah.
It's shopping time?
It's shopping time.
Sugar Daddy Moneybags is no longer part of the party.
Hey, listen, you might have been the rich patron of our group,
Sugar
but
Daddy.
our sugar daddy, but Dr. J.
Julian likes it when you call him that.
Are what I know are wealthy in their own right. They have plenty of money. We can afford. We may not have any magical pistols and revolvers anymore.
Sophie, we may be okay, but we are not Benavides rich.
No, we're definitely not.
Yeah, he's really been thinking, you know what Seattle needs? Is 2 giant orbs downtown. Maybe we'll call them like the Benavides balls or something. Just really, really offensively large downtown.
Maybe they're made of glass.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
that would
totally.
be really extravagant.
It's almost as if he's trying to compensate for something.
Oh,
Maybe a spire shooting up into space.
Now that's unreasonable.
A monument, like a
All right, we
almost
should
like
stop
a-
needling Phoenix over this.
like an obelisk, a really
Mhm,
nice big, like a.
Are you telling us to not dick around, Brian?
You guys are being entirely too subtle. If this were Julian, if he were doing this, it would just be a giant penis.
Mhm, mhm.
I don't understand. I'm having a ball, just like Julian.
Hey!
But only one!
But only one. But only one.
All right, I'm going to pause this recording now. I promise
Yep.
we'll be back.